For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. Also, I've got a new merchandise store, hats, hoodies and new tee designs, all available right now on the link in the description. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 4 of Season 2 at Everton here on FIFA 17. You guys had a vote to do in the previous episode. I've waited a good while since the end of that, or since that episode went up before recording the next one so that I could get as many votes as possible. And the result was pretty one-sided, to be fair. There were 4 options: Carrasco for 30 million, Kevin Volland for 18 million plus Morales, Fekir for 19 million plus Morales, or Memphis Depay for 23 million. And almost half of all the votes were for just one man, Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, for £30 million. So that is the man that we are going to be signing. Of course, we're still waiting for him to actually accept a contract offer, as you can see. Fekir and Depay have accepted. I'm going to leave them there just in case we're not able to finalise the deal with Yannick Ferreira Carrasco, but we should be able to do so within the next week, before the next game in fact. We start with this game on Monday Night Football in the Premier League. Now, FIFA has updated before I recorded this video, so we should have the Premier League graphics now for this game against Swansea, which I'm very, very much excited for. So I'm going to jump straight in now, and we're going to play this first game. We have new players in the starting lineup. As you can see here, Hakan Çalhanoğlu is going to start in midfield where Ross Barkley would have been, and Ryan Bertrand is now our #1 starting left-back. Jovetic Iñaki Williams, who's now up to 84 rated. He just keeps growing. He's going to start on the left-hand side. Gerard Deulofeu on the right with Stefan Jovetic in the middle, Witsel McCarthy and Çalhanoğlu. And new signing Socrates starts at centre-back as well. A few people were questioning why I signed Socrates over, Axel Witsel there, over Stefan de Vrij. And I did mention when I made the transfer that I did it not because obviously Socrates is a little bit older than de Vrij, but Socrates was a significant amount cheaper than Stefan de Vrij for a player that was of similar quality. Yes, he's 29 years old and stats will start to decline by season 4 or 5, but I'm only planning on doing 3 seasons here at Everton, so he will do the job for us throughout the entirety of this save remaining. Seamus Coleman is also back from injury as well, most notably at right back too. Our side looks very, very good right now. I'm extremely keen to get going here against Swansea, not only because of the Premier League graphics, but because I think we can do a really good job this year. We finished 2nd last season, and I'm aiming to do just as well this year, although a number of other teams have also strengthened in this window. So we'll have to wait and see how things go. How good does this look? It's even got like the little Twitter hashtag there, Swansea Everton as well. It makes such a difference. It really does make such a difference, just the overall presentation of the game. I'm so glad that they've patched this in now. This is brilliant. I know to some people, they don't care about the way that the graphics look, but I'm a stickler for realism in a lot of things with regards to licensing, etc. So I'm really pleased that they've added it in. I'm waiting for the team sheets to come up on screen so we can see what they look like as well. We saw a GIF, obviously, on... oh, look at that. 2 transfers, player debuts, Bertrand and Socrates, as we previously mentioned. Hey, Socrates. How's it going? His ear looks weird. The player faces just look so good this year on Frostbite. It's just unbelievable. The whole presentation of the game, like graphically, is outstanding. And I think the gameplay is just as good this year as well. FIFA 17 for me, I think genuinely might be my favourite FIFA ever. You'll have to let me know in the comment section whether you agree or what your favourite FIFA ever was. But I think FIFA 17 may just be my favourite ever. Unfortunately, he's kind of been sacked already at Swansea, so they put the managers in the game and one of them was already gone. Lucas Fabianski, Rangel, Amat, Fernandez, Tabadou, Frej, Cork, Dyer, Routledge, Fair, and I missed that. Was it Llorente up top? Bafatimbi Gomes on the bench. And here's my team. Oh, you saw it already in the build-up. James McCarthy's captain for today. It looks so good! I love it. I really, really love it. Like I say, you'll have to let me know in the comment section what you think. But drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point. And referee Referee Lee Probert will be officiating today. Let's get cracking. Nice tackle by Iñaki Williams. Poke it there to James McCarthy, who's done well. Look for Stefan Jovetic, who's in behind and onside here. Jovetic on his left foot. Great block by Jordi Amat. We'll float this into the box and see what Deulofeu can do. In it comes. Up goes Socrates underneath it. That's off target, but Jordi Amat heads it away only as far as Lemos, Socrates' centre-back partner, will get it out wide again to Deulofeu. Look for an early cross. It's well blocked. Fredge brings it down. We get a tackle. No, they're moving the ball about very quickly, Swansea. That's very good football. It's Borja Bastone that's starting up top for Swansea City here, not Fernando Llorente, as I previously thought. Borja Bastone. Fair to Dyer. To Angel Rangel. This is good football from Swansea. They've had very high pass completion rates so far. Rangel again. Nice little back heel to Dyer. I can't cope with this quick passing. I really can't. Fredge gets the turn in. Axel Witsel stretches for it but can't get there. And thankfully that was straight at Sergio Rico. What a move by Swansea, by the way. I could not cope with their passing there. It was up we go. Well done, Mauricio. Quickly by Deulofeu to the middle. There's Hakan Çalhanoğlu. We'll actually go back out wide here to Deulofeu. And then look for Çalhanoğlu again. And he's found Axel Witsel, and Witsel will find Iñaki Williams, and we will not go 1-0 up because that is a great last-ditch block by the defender. 2 minutes added on, as you can see, top left. So there is still time to have perhaps one more chance, but it will have to come sooner rather than later. Oh, Deulofeu can't get past Tabanu, and there's the half-time whistle. 0-0 at the break. Borja. Oh, God, he's so strong, Borja Bastone. Can't get the ball off him. Nice ball into Fredge, who's turned well. Oh, Socrates, good strength. Very good strength to deny them the opportunity. And again, he gets a foot in, but Fredge is not to be denied. Seamus Coleman can't win that header, but Leroy Fer, I think that was, in the end, that has the final chance that is, thankfully, comfortably claimed by Sergio Rico. 2 vital interceptions there from Socrates. Nice tackle by Lemos, pushing all the way up into the midfield to get the ball off the defender there. But Neil Taylor's racing away here. Ryan Bertrand's with him all the way and puts in a very good tackle. Very impressed so far with Bertrand and Socrates in my defence. And Çalhanoğlu hasn't really seen too much of the ball, but what he has done, he's done effectively. Whenever he's had the ball, he's used it effectively. Very good pass accuracy, not really wasting any chances. But as you can see there, they're talking about a transfer in the top left. Jan Oblak has gone to Arsenal. It was 65 odd million, wasn't it? I think we saw in the previous episode. So a massive deal going through in the Premier League in this window. I haven't checked to see what the other sort of deals have been, actually, to see what other clubs are doing in this window. I've been so obsessed with the amount of transfers that we've been trying to do ourselves that I haven't paid any attention to anyone else in the league. But clearly Arsenal doing some business. They've bought a lot of players in this save to this point. They bought Varane and Laporte last season. And of course, Mustafi was already there as well after the real-life transfer. And now they've gone out and bought Jan Oblak too. This is a good move, though. And Seamus Coleman arrives on the overlap. There's the cross. Jovetic could be underneath it, but Federico Fernandez heads it away. And it's going to be Neil Taylor to get the ball away for Swansea. But Ryan Bertrand again able to deal with the threat there. Pull this back to James McCarthy. There's Axel Witsel. Through there to Jovetic. Give it to Deulofeu. Spin on the defender. Is that a foul? No, I'm waiting for a free kick, actually, now that Çalhanoğlu is in the side, because his free kick stats are outstanding. And I'm actually really looking forward to scoring a few free kicks with him this season, if I possibly can. 20 minutes to go here, though. I have made a change, Berahino for Deulofeu. Berahino for Jovetic, sorry, but it hasn't gone through yet. Let's bring on Kwadwo Asamoah there in the midfield for Çalhanoğlu. As soon as I mentioned that I might want to take a free kick with him, but his stamina is starting to drop a little bit. I'm used to having a player in that role dropping in stamina because Ross Barkley's wasn't that good either, so it's not too much of a concern that we're having to substitute him off with 20 minutes to go. So I'm used to bringing new central midfield players into the action anyway, and there's a good save by Sergio Rico again. Swansea have had a good number of efforts in this game. They just haven't really caused Sergio Rico any real concern, thankfully. Çalhanoğlu to Jovetic, out to Deulofeu. The ball still hasn't gone out. I made the initial Jovetic substitution in the 57th minute, and it's been 20 in-game minutes since I did that, and the ball hasn't yet gone out of play. But we might be getting a free kick here. We are. Unfortunately, it's in a great position, but I just substituted Çalhanoğlu off as this free kick is about to be taken, which sucks. The timing of that couldn't have been worse. Right, we'll let Deulofeu take it. I'll try and get it up over the wall and back down again. It's up over the wall. It is going back down, but it's pretty comfortable there for Lucas Fabianski. Right, let's see what we can do with Kwadwo Asamoah and Saido Berahino on the pitch now in the final 10 minutes. Fair. tackle by McCarthy, but it drops kindly back to the Dutchman. Here's Neil Taylor, that's a heavy touch, and Axel Witsel, well, he sidestepped him and seems to have gotten possession and then just left the ball behind. Right, Iñaki Williams into Saido Berahino, good turn. There's space to move into here, we'll give this to Axel Witsel, and he's, can't get past the challenge of Ki Sung-Young. What a last-ditch tackle that was. Brilliant tackle that surely stopped me having a goal-scoring opportunity with the last kick of the game. It's a 0-0 draw away from home against Swansea. That was very hard fought. They caused me some problems last season as well. They're a good side, Swansea, and there were a number of opportunities in there for both sides. None really, where you'd say they were clear-cut and you should have scored, but we'll take a point. We'll hopefully bring in a new player between now and the next game, and then we'll play the second game of the season. Connor Grant has been sold to Bolton for £900,000, and as you can see here, Yannick Ferreira-Carrasco has accepted the transfer offer. So £30 million on 60 grand a week. He is now in. Yannick Ferreira-Carrasco is an Everton player, which means I can reject the offer here for Nabil Fekir. The Memphis Depay one timed out. He won the vote, and he is now my new signing. Yannick Ferreira-Carrasco joins the team. Now, I am still looking to try and get rid of Kevin Morales, but whether that actually happens before the end of this transfer window or not, I'm not sure. Still got a number of players on the transfer list, but nobody wants to buy them apparently, which is a shame. I may try and use Kevin Morales as make weight to bring in another player, but at the minute the squad is massive. I've got so many players loan listed and transfer listed, but nobody's coming in for them. Look at all the players I've got, and I'm trying to get rid of at least half of them, but nobody's bidding for them, which is annoying me actually. But hopefully at some point between now and the end of the window we'll get some more offers and we'll be able to shift on a couple more players. We had a couple of emails here. Transfer offer for Sergio Rico. Going to reject all offers. He's not going anywhere. 83 rated now, Sergio Rico. He's grown again already this season. Kevin Volland has accepted the contract offer. Unfortunately, mate, I'm going to have to reject that one as well because I don't have the £18 million spare now to bring you in, and or Yannick Ferreira-Carrasco won the vote. So, as things stand, Liverpool target Everton's Lukaku. Not a chance, lads. Not a chance in hell. We've got Watford up next. We will play that game now, and then that will be us for today, I think. And then we'll play Sheffield Wednesday and Sunderland and end the transfer window in tomorrow's video. Of course, if you're new to the channel, I play 2 games per episode in a transfer window and 3 games per episode outside of a transfer window. Hence why this Watford game will be the last one of the episode. But hopefully, we can get a victory from it. Starting lineup is the same, other than Yannick Ferreira-Carrasco starts on the left, and I've switched Iñaki Williams to the right, and Dale Lefeu's dropped to the bench. So Ferreira-Carrasco makes his debut here at home against Watford. We'll see if we can get a victory this time around. Socrates nips in. Jovetic. People moving around me, but I'm not sure which way to go. We'll play Yannick Ferreira-Carrasco in. Shrugs off one man and a second, and we'll get it back to McCarthy. There is Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who spun the defender well. Çalhanoğlu on his left foot, straight at Kostil Pantilimon, unfortunately. First effort for him in an Everton shirt in front of the Goodison Park faithful, but no goal just yet. And that was, I thought it was a poor pass, but somehow it reached Stefan Jovetic. That one was a poor pass, though. And Miranda to Akaka. Good turn. Socrates with him, trying to stop him from getting the turn into the box. He's done very well there, Socrates. I'm really enjoying playing with Socrates at the back. He's been spectacular for me in the opening game and 20 minutes. Exactly what we needed at the back there to try and replace Ashley Williams. Because Ashley Williams was pretty damn good for us too. Bertrand's pass was picked off there, but Axel Witsel's won it back. Jovetic will get this to Çalhanoğlu. I've set Jovetic to get in behind, but he's really not doing any of that. And as soon as I say that, he gets in behind and gives us a 1-0 lead. That's typical. We will take it. Thank you very much, Stefan. He dropped deep, which is what I've asked him not to do, but he actually played the pass off and then drove to get back into the box, which is what he hasn't been doing. So he makes a conscious effort to get further into the box, brings it down well, just beats the keeper to it. Pantilimon isn't able to beat him to the ball, slides it underneath him, or next to him, and we lead 1-0 at home against Watford. Bertrand with a tackle. Çalhanoğlu picks up the loose ball. Give it to Axel Witsel here. Carrasco's looking to get in behind, so we will play him in behind. Stand the cross up. Jovetic underneath it. Pantilimon punches. Oh, and Etienne Capoue stops it from dropping. Right there to Hakan Çalhanoğlu, who then gets tackled by Craig Cathcart, unfortunately. I was just going to try and spin and shoot with Çalhanoğlu, but wasn't able to do so. Here comes a Kaka on the counter. That's a great ball over. Socrates again, though, cuts it out. I cannot explain to you, or express to you, how good Socrates has been since we brought him in. A revelation at the back. I feel somewhat, even though last year I felt pretty confident in my defenders, I feel even more confident now in keeping clean sheets time and time again, because he is just so good positionally and in the tackle, and he's very, very strong too. Bertrand with the throw. Here's Carrasco. This side to Witsel. James McCarthy. Out wide to Carrasco again. Where do we go? I'm actually going to go through there to James McCarthy. Poke it for Stefan Jovetic, who's got the space to shoot. Ooh, and very nearly find the bottom corner. Could have gone around the corner to Iñaki Williams there, but with Jovetic in the form he's in right now, I actually feel very confident using him, more so than I did last year. Just making that slight tactical change in getting him to push in behind the defenders means that I'm finding possession with him in much better opportunities than I was last year. And it's actually really making me feel a lot more confident with Jovetic. It's strange how just one slight tactical change can completely alter how a player feels when you're playing with him. Looking for him on that through ball as well. Wanfran cuts it out. Still trying to win it back, but they deal with it well at the back there, Watford. Still 1-0 down, though, and they need to get the ball up the other end of the pitch if they want to get themselves anything from this game. Although I would like to try and extend the lead if I possibly can. Another player that was actually mentioned in the comment section when we were looking for a centre-back is the man they're talking about in commentary now. You can see top left, Matteo Musacchio. He has actually gone to Juventus. That deal was done before I even brought in Socrates and any other players this window. So that's why I didn't go for Matteo Musacchio, because he'd already moved to the Italian Giants. Oh, Jovetic got that out of his feet well, but then got caught on it. Carrasco with a turn. It's very good. Could get the shot in. I forced myself a little bit too far wide there, and I'd already committed to the shot. Never mind. Just over, or just under even, half an hour to go, and we still have a 1-0 lead. Socrates going to close down Coombs here and just walks off with the ball. Man is a machine at the back. Absolute machine. Win that header, Iñaki. Well, you didn't, did you? Here's Roberto Pereira. Trying to close him down with Çalhanoğlu. Didn't quite work. Peñaranda with a very good turn. Lemos, though, wins it off him. Somehow squirms its way out here to Kolovas. But Iñaki Williams will not win that header either. And Pereira with a shot, but very, very tame. I'm going to make another couple of changes again. I just want to keep things fresh because obviously, yes, we have a number of players, but that means I'm going to have to rotate quite heavily to try and keep them all happy. Although we are involved in a number of competitions this year, considering we are now in Europe. So 4 different competitions to play in. And obviously the board want us to do well in 3 of them. They never mention to me anything about the League Cup, but it would be nice to get to the final again in that competition. You know what scheduling's like on FIFA with regards fixtures when you get into the latter stages of competitions like that. So I am very much going to need the amount of players that we have right now of first team quality to ensure that we do well in all competitions. Socrates is going to head that behind for a corner to Watford. Just less than 20 minutes left now before we get our first win of the season. Pereira to stand it up into the middle. Çalhanoğlu's just gone off. Oh, it's floated in. Up goes James McCarthy. It's back out towards Pereira again. In for a second time. And again, James McCarthy gets it away. It drops to Craig Cathcart. Squeezes it back into Holovas, the left back. Good block by Socrates. Pereira with the shot. Well blocked. And it's Seamus Coleman that gets it away. Win that header. Well, he didn't, but Cabaselli fell over underneath it. And Soto Berahino has the pace to get away here. I'm just going to try and commit around the outside of Wanfran. He does very well there, defender, to win the ball back for Watford. 15 minutes to go. Still 1-0. Peñaranda into Akaka, turning one way then the other. Ryan Bertrand trying to get it off him and does very well to do so. James McCarthy on the breakaway. Yannick Ferrer-Carrasco is making a run and we will play it through the gap to him. Stamina is really low here, but we'll try a Ronaldo chop into the box. That's a penalty, surely. Yannick Ferrer-Carrasco makes the difference on the left-hand side. A gorgeous little Ronaldo chop. The defender hung a leg and over that leg he went. You see here from the replay, out comes the leg. Yannick Ferrer-Carrasco just dives over the top of it. A penalty. Now, do I let Yannick Ferrer-Carrasco take it? Go on then. He won it. He can have it. He's actually got better pens than Soto Berahino. Now, my penalties are not that good recently, but we bury this one. Yannick Ferrer-Carrasco makes it 2-0 on the stroke of full time with 3 minutes added on. We're in like 2.5 minutes past that 90th minute mark now, only 30 seconds or so to go, and that is going to guarantee us all 3 points for the first time in the Premier League season. Yannick Ferreira Carrasco scores on his first appearance in front of the Goodison Park faithful, a second appearance for Socrates and second clean sheet for Socrates and Bertrand as well, and Çalhanoğlu also had another very good game. I'm extremely confident of having an extremely good season here at Everton this second time around. I think we could do just as well in the FA Cup, Football League Cup and the Premier League that we did last year. And if this form and the way the team's playing can carry over to European football as well, we might stand a chance of going deep into that competition. I don't think the group has been drawn yet. I will check the calendar and we'll see if it has. No European draw yet. Of course, the fourth qualifying round actually is normally at the end of August, isn't it? So that's going to bring today's episode to a close, guys. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Let me know in the comment section how you think we're going to get on this year in all of the competitions. Premier League, Football League Cup, FA Cup and Champions League. I'm really pleased with all of the signings we've made so far. And hopefully we can move on a couple more players that we simply don't need between now and the end of the window, so we've got some money to do something in January should we need to fiddle around with the squad. But I'm hoping the squad's pretty set now for the foreseeable future. So we'll be back tomorrow with a game against Sheffield Wednesday in the Football League Cup and then Sunderland in the Premier League, and we'll have transfer deadline tomorrow too. But for now, that's all from me. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.